Shalom. At the end of Matan Torah, Ma'amad Har Sinai, when God gave the people of Israel his words from the heavens, the people got scared, moved back, told Moshe, please represent us. Moshe tries to convince him otherwise, but he doesn't. He goes up to Har Sinai, and God tells him, tell the people, Ki min hashamayim dibraitem, ki min hashamayim dibarti imachem. You've seen that I can speak to you from the heavens. Now listen carefully. Lo ta'asu niti Elohei chesef, Elohei zahav, lo ta'asu lachem. I don't need altars or gods of silver and gold. I could just speak. Mizbach adama ta'aseh li. If you want to create an altar to bring sacrifices, VaYakhel. A simple altar made with some mud on the ground. Doesn't have to be high. You want to make it out of stone? Sure. But simple stones. Don't start creating the stones, chain molding the stones. Just mizbach avanim. Don't make it even high. You don't need stairs to go up. Rather, just make it low. Simple. Why? B'chol hamakom asher azkir et shmi avo elecha u'berachticha. The simplicity of God's worship. Anywhere we'll do it, He'll come. However we'll do it, He'll be there. Communicate fine. You don't need gold, silver, mansions, temples, stairs, nothing. K'tzat mizbach adama, a little bit of earth, sacrifice, v'gamarnu. What eventually happens? We move to Parashot, Truma, Tetzaveh, VaYakhel, and Pikudei. What do we hear? Mishkan, a tabernacle built with gold, silver, arches, temples, the works. What does Mizbeach look like? It's not a little bit of mud on the floor. It's a high copper altar. You have to climb up to it. So you don't climb up the stairs because God said no stairs. So you make a ramp. But it's exactly the reverse. If God said no gold, no silver, just some mud, we created a mansion for God. If you don't not convinced by the mansion created in Sefer Shemot, look at what King Shlomo did, or later Hordus. They created mansions from God. How did this evolve? How do you come from the simple order of just listen to the words of God, everything else is meaningless, to creating a mansion filled with gold and silver? The Torah never tells us. Well, it seems to me that Rashi and Chazal were troubled by this, and they point at a very specific dramatic change. Chet HaEgel. When the people of Israel started praying to a golden calf, saying, Ele Elohecha Yisrael, God said to himself, these people need gold. They need to worship with gold. They need to worship with temple. They need to worship with grandeur. I don't need it, but they need it. They need to worship their God through grandeur. Okay, that's what they need. That's what I'll do. And God turns to the people and says, listen, you want a Mishkan? So build it. I don't need it. But don't build it for Avodah Zarah. Don't worship idols in your temples. Worship me. But I told you already, I don't need a temple. But apparently you do. And here we see a fantastic concept where God doesn't only expect worship, He's willing to tailor-make the worship based on what the needs of the people are. Human beings need a specific type of worship. VaYakhel. As long as they worship God. The Rambam says a similar concept about sacrifices. God needs our sacrifices? Ma pitam. The Rambam says correct. But God knows that people needed to give sacrifices, and therefore He's willing to accept them. The same concept with the Mishkan. God is willing to come anywhere. But you apparently need a place, an altar, a Mishkan, a Mikdash, a temple. You need to give money to it. You need it to look beautiful. You need to create a manifestation of your love of God through things. God is willing to accept it. The point of God creating man doesn't end with His creating man. He recognizes man's needs and willing to change His own practices to fit what mankind needed. And in this case, He He changed how he wants to be worshipped based on how mankind wants to worship. Shabbat Shalom.